Welcome to the podcast for the sisters and bros. It will make you laugh from your head to your toes. Talking about their lives, from the highs to the lows. And the name of the title goes, The Sloppy Joes.
Welcome everyone to the Sloppy Joes podcast and happy Tuesday. It's the return from America of the wonderful Joe Smith.
Hi.
The brilliant, sexy looking nowadays, by the way, Ethan James.
Hello everyone. Hello.
But as these two are on literally hours sleep, not a lot, we thought we'd bring Friday's Dom to Tuesday. How are you doing, mate? We're trying to do the heavy lifting here in case Joe Smith and Ethan need a nap.
I've done a lot of heavy lifting over the weekend.
Yes. Can I...
Why does it sound like he's disposing of a body?
I don't know. Before we get into the pod, I just want to throw people towards Patreon. Patreon.com/SloppyJoesPodcast. Because me and Dom did an exclusive 40-minute pod for you on there. Honestly, class. Ollie joined us as well, and we spoke a lot about Dom and what I assume you're going to talk about your pilgrimage.
Did I talk about it then?
Yes, you did. No, but you didn't. You said you were about to go on it.
Jesus Christ.
First of all, how was America?
America was brilliant. Yeah, it was great. We left South Carolina today, basically.
Mad.
We flew back, Heathrow, train up here, back home, 1 hour nap, into the studio, Paddock Podcast, Sloppy Joes Podcast. Loving life.
Yeah. Can I say, have you got a sty on your eye?
I've got a sty on my eye.
It's not helping your tired look.
Yeah, you can just see there the redness on
How
the
did you get this
upper lip.
sty?
I don't know. What?
What?
What did you say?
You can give yourself a star, can't you?
I've got lots of stars around my eyes.
Have you?
Yeah, like water-filled boils on my eyes as well.
God.
And I went to the doctors and they said it was a build-up of what's
Come on.
the bad thing you get from eating lots of things, cholesterol.
Oh, wow.
Build up of cholesterol in your eyes.
So I'm surprised you've not got it.
You're such a cheeky fucker.
If you eat so much cholesterol, there's no space for it left, and it goes.
What, you can eat cholesterol?
It goes,
What is
Your
cholesterol?
blood,
goes to
your
your
blood is
eyes.
just 100% cholesterol at this point, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm
It's
just a
basically
rolling
Vitali
ball of
on-
cholesterol. You roll down a snowball from a mountain.
Yeah.
That's me, but with cholesterol.
Yeah, you're a human cholesterol magnet.
Yeah, absolutely.
America was fantastic.
America's fantastic.
Ethan, how are you feeling physically right now?
Oh, yeah. Hello, everyone.
He's so tired he looks like a sexy Hemsworth.
Do
He's
you
like
think?
he's gone like Australian or something.
Can we talk about your look, even for the audio listeners? Because I think you're looking pretty cool. And I
you
mean
think?
that. I'm trying not to take the piss.
Thank you.
Talk people through his look if they can't see it.
You look like a 19-year-old successful band member who's been in the business for 2 years and had a bit too many cigarettes, but is really cool.
It's like you've shaved your beard, but the moustache is staying strong.
The glasses
Yes.
have gone.
Glasses are completely gone.
The
Hair's
hair's
shaggy.
much more unkempt and shaggy than usual.
shaggy.
He's got a sort of kind of Cuban collar on his shirt.
And his top button is undone.
Wildly
Showing what? Have you got chest there?
No, I shaved it.
See?
It
For who?
forms a perfect number 7, so I didn't want that.
Who did you shave it for?
Probably his lover.
Oh.
Did you have an American mistress while you were there?
Probably just Joe.
No.
Even how was America for you? What were some of your highlights?
I was just going to explain the reason for the look quickly, if that's all right with you, Joe. The reason for the hair is I've decided I need
You
to save
can't
time.
be this tired.
No.
I need to save
Surely
time.
you've got more than this.
No. I'm saving time with things now in life. The reason for no glasses is because one of the legs fell off when I was speaking to someone. And the reason for the moustache is America.
America. Now, can I ask you, has Manisha Senior, has she cleared the new look?
She saw a picture on Instagram because I did a thing with Stretford Paddock, said, oh, wow, what a wonderful tour. And she said she was a fan, which surprises me because I usually get told off for any kind of peculiar facial hair.
Now, obviously, you went over for football, but I want to know, how was the food? And do we have any culinary highlights?
The food was good.
Yeah. Good.
Well, the problem is we tend to stick to chains because you're
It's
pretty
like
safe there.
Fleetwood Mac.
But there was a few things that weren't chains that were very good. Went to a really nice barbecue place in South Carolina. It was called something like Pig Mouth. Something like that.
Why did
Pig
you
Mouth
stare at
strikes
me?
again. I can't remember if it was called that. A warmouth. It might have been called.
Warmouth.
Yeah. And I had a lovely quarter rack of ribs and some pulled pork. And do you know what I had as well? That thing that you always see on like diners, drive-ins and dives, or like those American barbecue things. Collard greens.
Collard greens.
Which, what the hell are they?
So what is collard greens?
Well, it felt like I was eating some kind of kale-y, spinachy, cabbagey. It is a fact, actually. This might not even be a fact, but let me know if you've heard it.
Like this.
Basically, everything from lettuce to kale, including cabbages and Brussels sprouts, are all the same vegetable.
No, I don't know. So here's the thing: I can see a Brussels sprout growing into being another vegetable. But which? Kale?
No. So kale, basically all your leafy greens, kale.
Spinach is not.
No, not
one.
spinach. Not spinach. No. Kale. All the ones that grow in like a bunch. So like kale, cabbage,
Brussels
sprouts. I've said it. Lettuce.
Yeah, really.
They're all fundamentally from the same thing. They're all the same thing, essentially.
Well, just grown in different ways,
grown in different ways, or grown in
shorter.
different countries, and grown for this characteristic or that characteristic or whatever. But I think they're essentially all exactly the same.
Isn't it like how we're all related to Genghis Khan?
Yes.
I don't know. I think it's more like a raisins a grape.
Or 1% away from being a hippo.
No, not a hippo.
In your DNA.
Are we 1% away from being a hippo?
I think it's not quite 1%.
Gorilla,
but it's
isn't it?
more
It's
than
gorilla.
that. I think it's about 1.5% is to a chimpanzee.
So do you think they just throw all of those?
So what I'm saying, yes. So the point I'm making is, I don't know what it was. It was probably something like there's all those ones like a Swiss chard. You're like, what the hell is that?
Is it?
But
It's got a certain flavour to it. It's salty.
it's salty, but it's also tanga.
Oh.
It's a lot. It's more sour than I thought it would be. There's like bits of tomato in there, bits of meat in there, in this sort of like hot sweated sauce.
Nice.
They were very good. It depends where you go, because the American South, every state, even cities, regions within states, have got their different formula for what barbecue is. So some places you're in the brisket belt, other places you're in the pulled pork belt, other places you're in the rib areas. We were very much in a fried chicken.
Dom were in the tight belt.
I wouldn't leave. I just wouldn't go home.
Really? What? You just stay barbecuing 24/7?
No, I'd be in the machine.
In the smoker.
I could get me in. I'd be peeling bits off myself.
Well, how long would it take to die if it was like a slow cook? It probably wouldn't take you long, would it? No.
It depends.
Would you die?
If you put yourself in a fucking rib smoker? think what it does to the raw flesh of a pig. Now imagine, let's be honest, you aren't too different from that. Dom just established you're probably only a few percentage points away from being a pig in the first place.
A hippo.
Oh, yeah. I think eventually you might succumb to the hickory and elm bark that's being charred beneath you.
I don't know whether this is a compliment, but I'd like to taste that.
Yeah. It's a very odd compliment.
I think if I had to eat you,
I'd smoke you.
I would smoke you.
No, I'd go for a quick fry.
No, not a quick fry, because the meat is far too tough.
You'd be very tender after about 20 hours.
Yeah. Imagine him whole. We don't even dissect him. Just whole. Run a rod through him. North, south. Apple in the gob. Maybe.
I'd be on the spit turning him like this.
Yeah, you'd be. What am I being based in?
Well, I'm spraying you with. Obviously, we've got a proprietary sort of dry rub.
Yeah.
We've got a dry rub that goes on before you go in. Then we're basting. We've got a barbecue sauce that we make ourselves.
I can do all the rub when he's alive.
Yeah, you can do all that while he's still alive. And then also, here's what I'm doing, and this is the secret method that you always see on these YouTube videos. Oh, I don't know, a B&Q spritzer full of apple cider vinegar.
Nice, I'd say that. I'll just drink some Magners before going on.
Perfect.
Yeah, we can be. You can be like one of those foie gras ducks.
Yeah, well,
we can force feed you. I mean, you do that anyway.
Yeah.
We can force feed you loads of beer and wings.
Joe has
force feed me.
Accidentally been foie gras.
Get me on a big night out. And
It'll be like, Joe, we're going to force feed you wings. No need.
No need. Just
lay them out for me.
So the chain restaurants.
Yeah.
Are we talking chains that are not in the UK that you celebrate and were they great?
For instance,
are they good?
Chick-fil-A. Ethan, is Chick-fil-A any good?
Chick-fil-A is the greatest chicken sandwich of them all.
I should probably stop you there. Ethan has started doing a Donald Trump impression that he doesn't seem to be able to stop.
Only for Chick-fil-A?
No, all the time, actually.
Can you do it again so I just realise what I just saw?
So when anything's great or the greatest, it's a great chance to just go, the greatest chicken sandwich, the best chicken sandwich.
And who's that
bad.
impression of?
Donald Trump.
Trump.
Former President Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Next President Donald Trump.
Oh, wow. So why is this happening? Can we stop it?
We were watching many a video of Trump in our free time alongside paedophile catcher videos.
Let's be honest, there is a little bit of a Venn diagram there. What's his name?
What a crazy For You page you've got going on here.
We all done it together. We all used to sit down and watch paedophiles getting
Do you know
caught for
what?
hours.
That's a trend now, isn't it? That there's a guy that takes celebrities paedophile hunting.
I'll be honest.
It's mad.
I think it's gone way too far. I think it's horrible, actually.
Well,
did you see that?
What, right? The paedophiles. Yeah, that's
but no offence, mate. Not you. That isn't your job now, is it?
Yeah.
Do you know what
you could just send the police the information.
Oh yeah, maybe you could, instead of you only doing it with Akon singing "Lock Shop" to a paedophile, because you're doing it for your YouTube views. He's not doing it to help people.
Yeah.
He's not doing it to take dangerous people off the streets. He's doing it to get views.
Imagine
no offense to Akon, who has had a lovely musical career. I don't think he's quite the crack detective that some of these cases need.
I wonder, does it go through the paedophile's mind whilst he's locking the door on the way out?
Children, probably.
Christ, I hope I'm not on Twitch tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
But I've always thought. I've always thought.
Careful, Dom.
If you were in that mindset, you go, I wonder if I get caught tonight. You go, wait a minute, that is a possibility. I'll just stay in and watch TV. Yeah, they don't ever think that, do they?
Well, they do actually.
And all those Chris Hansen ones, they sit down and they go, I knew something was wrong tonight. I knew I shouldn't have come. Yeah. No, you shouldn't have come.
No, well, we're getting a bit serious.
Should we move
now.
away from paedophiles?
Yeah, we probably should.
Anyway, let's talk about chain restaurants again.
Yes.
So Chick-fil-A's the best.
Chick-fil-A's very good. Chicken sandwiches.
How much is it? Sorry.
You're probably looking at
a chicken sandwich.
Actually, you know what? We ordered it and it was exorbitant.
Oh my God.
Extortionate.
What do you mean?
It was like $80 for 4 of us to have a sandwich meal.
Huh? What? No sides?
No, with the meal. So you get a chip.
Chips, but like what I mean.
No extras.
Chips are a given. What I mean as sides is a little bit of a tender.
Chips are basically the air that you breathe.
I'm talking any tenders, any wings in the middle.
It was. I think it was $90.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
And actually, am I still the only one who paid you back for that?
Yeah, I still haven't accepted it on the Monzo thing.
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's fine.
Accept it.
I sent him a link so he can accept the money. I haven't done it. So that was very good. Chick-fil-A is very good. It's chicken sandwiches. I think if you go in store, you can probably get a chicken meal for about $15, which is about 12 quid.
Ah, okay.
Which isn't too bad.
Yeah,
not great, but not bad. The other place where we went multiple times in one day.
In one day?
Waffle House. You'll have seen the logo.
Yeah.
It looks like sort of Scrabble tiles spelling out the word Waffle House.
What did you get?
It's a 24-hour... I'll get to that, Dommy. It's a 24-hour breakfast chain. It's known as being like, do you know when like, you'll see those headlines that like Florida man eats own bollocks and then
it always
shits
happens
out
in
his
Waffle
wife's
House.
head.
There's also a lot of viral fight videos happening in Waffle House because everyone's there at 4 a.m.
So when you see the things, it's usually 3 places. It's either Waffle House, Denny's, or there's one other one as well.
Just a standard Mac, isn't it?
Possibly.
Is it one of those places that says Waffle House, but it does like Korean chicken?
No, it doesn't. It's more. It does a little bit of that. Yeah, it's a little bit of that.
But it's like Cheesecake Factory where they do like pork and stuff.
Yeah, that's just a whole
Diner
restaurant.
Menus in America can be pages long.
Oh, IHOP is the one I was thinking.
IHOP.
Yeah, so this one was less so. This menu is laminated cardboard front and back. And you're looking at obviously your waffles, your hash browns, which is over there a bit different.
Nice.
You're looking at grits. You're looking at little burgers and stuff. But the king of the menu, as far as I'm concerned,
is the waffle.
No, is the patty melt.
Ooh.
Have you had a patty melt?
Grilled cheese.
It's a grilled cheese with a burger in it.
Ah.
And it's everything you want it to be.
No wonder people are fat as fuck over there. I'm 18 stone over here. I'd be dead over there. I'd be one of those people that you need a forklift to get out the window.
Yeah, I
especially when it's 24 hours as well. Normally I'm
alright.
Mac is shut at midnight, never mind.
I'd just be
But if
ringing
he's
the
just
wall.
constant.
If you were out there, you would grow exactly to the shape of the room you were in, I think.
Yeah, like one of those Japanese watermelons that grows into like a square.
Yeah, but
cube.
they also have like good drugs, don't they, to get you not as fat.
Oh yes, I'd be addicted to prescription drugs because you can get them. My excuse would be like legal. We can do what I want.
Yeah. You could be on Ozempic and on the Waffle House diet. So that was really cool. And it's a bit gritty in there and a bit like you can see why it might kick off and stuff. But everyone who works there was really nice. LA was better than I thought it would be.
Nice.
I enjoyed LA.
You hear a lot of bad things about how big it is and the traffic being a bit mad.
Yeah, there's all that. But if you accept that and expect it was okay. I drove at times. And I drove a topless Mustang.
That's crazy.
Like someone from a film.
And we were all 5 of you in that one Mustang.
No, the most we've had in the Mustang was 3.
Where did the other 2 go then?
Oh, dearie me.
Can I meet...
Go on.
If your dad got in the car with Mr. Stephen Howson at the wheel, good luck to you.
Was he a good driver?
Well, when he's looking at the road, he's all right. When he's not looking at the road, you have to remind him where to go.
He does spend a lot of time not looking at the road.
Really?
More so than anyone I think I've ever met. No, so he'll be telling you a story and you're in the back seat and he's making eye contact.
Oh no!
He'll be showing something on his phone, and it was quite. Is the word chastening? I believe is the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
It was one of those experiences where you go, okay, I don't think he crashes that often, so it's all right. He's probably going to be fine here. But do look forward.
Please
to
look
more
forward.
than you are a bit.
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
But it was good. The whole trip was great.
Brilliant.
The games were quite fun. The last game was really good. It's just really
good.
Did
Did they
time.
win, football people?
They won one and a bit.
No, not and a bit.
Well, they won a penalty shootout.
You can't claim that as a bit.
Well, it's a bit.
I suppose it is.
I think you should bring me along
bit.
to these excursions across the world so I can give the people a demotic look at these things of the football world and just tell people what's going on, you know.
What would you have done while we were at the games? Cheerleading. You're in South Carolina.
I could get the sausages and things to you. I could be your PA.
You could be my sausage handler.
Absolutely.
Oh.
I could get the sausages and things to you.
It's great to have you back.
How have you been for the last 2 weeks?
I've been good. Well, let me tell you all about London Wingfest. Because whilst you were sunning it up in LA, I was hosting one of the greatest food festivals on the planet.
You told me it was fantastic.
London Wingfest was incredible. It's the Glastonbury of food festivals.
Is it?
It's got about 6 stages now.
Okay. Sorry, what is the Radio 1 weekender of food festivals?
There's a couple of shit ones kicking about. Don't want to slag them off. Some of them do hire me as well. But listen, Manchester Wingfest.
Lasagna Fest, if you are watching, Joe, is still available.
Yeah, of course. I just want to give a shout out. Manchester Wingfest, 20th, 21st, 22nd of September. Get your tickets. Link in the description. It is going to sell out soon. And we're all going to be there.
Is it the bee's knees?
I'm going to be there.
It's the bee's knees. And obviously they're sponsoring this podcast, so thank you. Rock up on the Friday. First time we've ever done Friday Wingfest in London. First ever time we made the most of a lovely evening setting as the sun disappeared. And the Lava Wing Challenge on the stage in front of 5,000 people in the dark was pretty incredible.
Why would it be in the dark?
Because normally the festival ends at 9, so it goes 12 till 9. But because we did Friday evening, it went from 4 till 11. Therefore, we had opportunity for everyone to be a bit more rowdy, for people to be a bit, intense. So here's what happened. So Lava Wingfest is essentially a guy from Bristol makes the world's hottest chili sauce.
Impossible to verify.
He's on Netflix.
Oh right,
verified. He wants Ethan to try wing as well because I've told him that Ethan doesn't think anything's spicy anymore.
I'm good with spice, but I think that thing could knock me for 6 from all the people falling down dead last time or whatever happened.
It does. There is death.
Yeah.
London Wingfest, the Lava Wing Challenge is the headline of the day. Everyone's there to watch it. We get 12 people up and they are in the back. Okay, the 12 people are waiting.
Don't cut to me while I'm yawning. I've been up for 30 hours. You drip.
He's not yawning my story, hopefully.
No.
This guy comes out. Now, all the 12 people are brought on by the presenter, and then the DJ plays like a walk-on song.
Okay.
But you don't ask for your walk-on song. the DJ's got 12 really good, really great walk-on tunes. Yeah, no, I'm talking like Bonkers by Dizzy Rascal. Right, this guy comes out, boom, brilliant. Guy comes out, he knows it's a bit hostile, the crowd, because they just want blood. They're the only people who boo the paramedics. Jesus. Paramedics got brought to the stage, boo! Right? So what he does is
Let them die!
This guy...
Let them die instead!
This guy goes into the middle of the stage, backflip, landed perfectly. The roof goes off like that. Next guy comes on, he's a bigger lad. He goes to do a backflip, stops halfway through, gives the wanker sign to everyone. Brilliant. He wins the crowd over as well. It's amazing. There's a guy called Jason coming on. Jason's name gets brought out. Now, I know the DJ. I know that he has a variety of songs, but they don't really differ after about 15. Like, I know all of his tunes he plays.
Yeah.
The last guy's called Jason. And one of the tunes he likes to play is Punjabi MC. Do you know that? Jason comes out. No one's seen Jason before. Jason happens to be the only Asian guy in the entire lineup. When I told you, you could hear a pin drop as Dave the DJ looked incredibly racist for the first 20 seconds of the video. And Jason comes out and goes, "Why have you picked this?" Oh no, he spits his drink out like this as Jason comes out. The crowd are like, do we cheer or is this a bit, is this on edge? Anyway, Jason did well. The Wingfest itself though was just great.
So who won the competition?
It was a nutter called Craig.
It's always a nutter called Summer.
Yeah, a nutter called Craig.
What was his walkout song? Do you remember?
I don't remember. I think it was like something pretty straightforward.
Was
like
it?
Kasabian, like you said. They did really well. London Wingfest, there was 100 different wings to try. I think I did 48 in 3 days.
That is fucking
It's not bad though, is it? To try 48. So please.
What was the best one?
One by the Wingmans. It was it's an Indian street food one. I'll show you a video of it after.
What kind of flavour was it?
Delicious. Like a turmeric one. Ooh, it's good.
What have I done this week?
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 It's a diary.
It's a diary of a freak.
But the main reason why we got Dom with us today is because in the Patreon exclusive, Dom announced that straight after the recording, he was going on a pilgrimage.
I actually feel,
is this
I feel weepy thinking about what I've been through.
Is this your north-south trek?
Well, that's the dream.
Okay.
That was the dream before this weekend. And I thought, how difficult can walking be?
You're crying right now.
I'm remembering what I've just been through.
Tell us again, set the scene for everyone who doesn't know what was going to happen.
My friend sent me an article on Wikipedia because she thought it was sad. And she said, there's this new thing called this Pilgrim's Way in Hereford, near Wales, where you walk for 3 days and they put you up in the churches at the night. So you go in, the churches are open, then you lie down on the floor and with other people, and then you go the next day and you go on your merry way.
Sounds quite beautiful, actually.
Be very beautiful. The Golden Valley Way, it was called.
Nice.
It is called, not was called. It hasn't been bombed.
You've destroyed it.
Yeah.
You've changed it.
Yeah, just setting fire to everything as I go.
Pouring petrol all over everything.
Oh, fuck me. I'm so glad I'm here.
You got a train from Manchester down to where?
Tell us every single thing.
I've been collecting all my gear for the big walk for many months. Not many months, a month maybe. So I've got this huge bag, this huge 100-litre bag. It's like I'm doing the SAS course or something. I've got a huge mat. I've got this water bladder. I've got this little tube that comes round. It's my mouth, suck on it. Got a little water holster here on my side. Got my little protein peanut bars on my side.
It's like a sexy version of Buckaroo, this, isn't it?
Very good.
Who are you meeting?
No one.
You're going by yourself to do this?
Yeah. Yeah.
And do you have to inform the churches?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been asking for weeks to say, are the churches free? Are the churches free? Yeah, come on Friday. It's like, okay.
So where do you start? Did you get the train there?
I got the train to Hereford on Friday. arrived at about 1. Walked around a little bit. I knew that I had to go to the cathedral at some point to pick up my little pilgrim book that you get stamped in the churches on the way. It all sounds very cute and lovely. And I thought, I'm going to have a great time. And then I went to the cathedral, picked up my little book. The woman in there, you know those old Christian women that are they're just kind of horrible. You know they're really, really horrible. But they do nothing to you, but you just know that they're horrible. Go, hello, I'm here to pick up a little pilgrim's book. Yes, we have that. You know, they're just kind of like, you're a
No, okay. Well, you can't say C words.
Oh, can you not?
We'll beat that.
Why can't you say that? I know she is anyway. So, and then I got my little book. I had granola at this outside cafe. I was listening to these 3 women talking about wallpaper for a while. And then I looked at the toilet next to the cafe and it wasn't open. So I went back to the cathedral to fill up my bladder in the sink. My water bladder in the sink. And I was so nervous about someone coming in, seeing me fill up this big green water bladder out the public tap. I was like shaking, I was filling it up, and I was trying to get in the toilet, and I was shit. And, you know, because it's very hot and your arse is sweaty, and I've got a very hairy arse, you go to the toilet. And you wipe and you wipe and you wipe and you wipe and you wipe. And you think, fine, that's done now, I've done that. But about 30 minutes on in your journey, when you're away from a toilet, you quickly realise that you haven't wiped and wiped and wiped.
Yeah.
So the leftover detritus becomes an issue after a while.
Well, let's just say the gravy granules have been re-moistened.
Yes, and then they begin to chafe, you see. Mm-hmm. And I go, that won't be a problem, 10 hours down the line. You see, a storm's already brewing.
What, down there or?
Everywhere. I got my little stamp card, and I set off on my way.
How many miles you got to clock in this one day?
I read the form many times. And it said 10.9 miles.
Oof. It's quite
which is fine.
That's all right.
Which is, you know, is a trek, but I've tested. I walked from Stalybridge, my town, to Manchester. 10 miles. Took me 3 hours.
That's without a soggy, filthy ass.
So good.
It wasn't 10 miles. They lied. They lied. It wasn't 10 miles. It wasn't 10 miles. Oh. It wasn't 10 miles. I set off at 2. I was walking for 8 hours. It was 19 miles. 19 miles. I was up hills. I was walking through cornfields. I was walking through barren fields. I didn't see another person, hear another car, hear an airplane or anything for 6-7 hours. I didn't see anything. And all these fields and all these hedgerows, I kept going down. I was following this map and my battery was going down. All these hedgerows, I was going down the wrong hedgerow for 30 minutes. And I kept my map and I was on the wrong side of the hedgerow. So I had to go back on the other side of the hedgerow and walk around. So many prickly plants. What's the point in prickly plants?
Just keep off people like you.
What's the point?
Are you starving at this point as well?
Yes. What's the point in prickly plants? What are they protecting out in the middle of nowhere? On all these fields of wheat. And the farmers had obviously been and cut them all down, but they cut them down to a third of the wheat. And the map would say go across the field. But the field wasn't bare. It was full of these 1/3 wheat, which are really hard and you have to kick down constantly for hours and hours. All my legs are scarred and cut and bloody. I had to walk through cornfields. It was like a fucking horror. It was a horror film. You can't go through there.
It got dark as well, didn't it? About 10.
Oh, yeah. Oh, did it get dark? Yeah, and I was about 3 miles off the church.
No.
And in the map I saw I had to walk through various farms in the dark.
Oh my God, that's fucking terrifying.
Yeah,
that.
it is for me and for them.
Yeah, for the farmers going.
Yeah, and their family.
What's that with the fucking cows?
And all the brackish fields are still there. There must be a fucking a consortium of people going, let's cut all the fields down to 1/3 so people have to walk through them. So I'm walking through this farm with all my bloody legs, and I hear dogs barking at 9:30. And I'm sort of running through this farm at 9:30 at night with dogs chasing me, and then a man going, "Whoa, come here, whoa!" And I'm like, "Am I supposed to be in this farm? The map said here. What? Is he got the dogs are not? I can't show the map to the dog and have an excuse."
Oh, mate.
The worst trip I've ever had was when I took loads and loads of magic mushrooms in my room at home on my own. And I saw the world open. And I saw all the undulating nature and genomes and atoms of nature and things eating each other and pulsating phalluses and cum and wank juice and all these senile snakes just intertwining with each other. And I swear to you, when I was in one of those fields looking down at like piles of slugs just in the barren wasteland on my own, I was like, these slugs are Satan. I'm looking at Satan. I mean, I'm like the Jews that walked for 40 years in the desert. This was what I felt like.
Wow.
I started singing songs.
What did you sing?
I don't know. I started singing Come Round the Mountain When She Comes. I started shouting at plants.
So when you finally get to the church, are you allowed in?
I was walking on this road after the dogs. It was nearly after the dogs. My legs were so painful. I'd run out of water in my water bladder nipple. And there was this big silhouette in the dark on this country road. I was like, please let that be St. Mary's. And it was the church. It was the church. And I got in, and I opened the door. And the door was open. And I walk in, and I hear like scratching, like dark church in the middle of nowhere, just scratching. I thought, oh, someone else is here, because they're obviously on the floor and they're getting comfortable for the night. And I was moving around going, hello? Nothing. I was terrified then. Scaring the church on your own at night. And I realised it was just my bag echoing in the church. And then
So are you just going, I can't get over this, so the church leave the doors open just in case you want to go in for a sleep?
No, me specifically. But I asked them before. And there was a silhouette in the corner, and I was like, fuck!
Jesus.
And I turned on the light, and they got this... Who thought this was a good idea to have like a woolen life-size priest in the corner of the church?
What, is it like cardboard cutout?
No, a woolen knitted, crotcheted priest. It scared me shitless.
How did day 2 go?
I got a taxi home.
You got a taxi? What? From Hereford? Hold on. No, you didn't. You didn't get a taxi from Hereford.
I was 25 miles in, or nearly 27 miles in. I didn't sleep a wink.
What? In the abandoned church?
On the church cold floor. Why?
Well, you knew you were sleeping in a church cold floor.
Yeah, I'm usually good at sleeping anywhere. No, they give you a military bed.
All right.
And I was like tossing and turning all night, and I lost one of my earplugs down, those grates in the church.
I would have not put earplugs in, by the way. By myself, in an open church, you put earplugs in.
That is mental.
That's mad.
What if even just a couple of drunk blokes having a laugh coming in? You want to be able to.
It was in the middle of nowhere, though.
Oh, so surely you don't need it if it's that quiet.
It's doing you there with that, though.
No, but the bells rang every hour.
Now that is too much. The bells rang every hour.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they really did.
So you woke up in the morning.
I didn't wake up, I was awake.
Okay,
I didn't sleep.
So you saw the morning arrive.
Oh, thank you, by the way. I was listening on one of the AirPods to Anthony Bourdain all night long.
Oh, was that good?
No, I've listened to it lots and lots of times. I feel he's a bit up himself, isn't he?
Well,
he's dead now anyway.
What did you do for food in the morning? Talk us through that next morning.
Well, I bought some muffins at the corner shop in one of the villages I passed on the way.
Ray Mears recommends that.
And I got peanut butter and jam. I did my classic muffins with peanut butter and jam. I thought if I have 2 of those in the morning, that will give me enough calories and energy to keep me going through the day. And I was like, okay, I can do it. I'm exhausted. My feet hurt. I didn't sleep as well because all my hips and things were painful all night long. They didn't have any showers or any. Well, obviously they had a sink, and then they had this cabin outside.
Don't tell me you wash your ass in an altar.
They had this cabin outside called the Chapel of Ease, which was the toilet.
Great.
And they had this spring tap, and I went into the Chapel of Ease, but they gave us this you'll like this Dalek lantern.
Oh, wow.
But it was very low on battery, so I couldn't see anything. So I had a shit in this Chapel of Ease. But it was far from easy, I tell you that, because it was pitch black. And it was one of those foot pumps to flush it. And I thought I could have done anything here, because I can't see anything. Could be shit on the walls. But I thought to make sure, I got the spring tap outside and washed my arse in the spring tap.
Outside?
But then I couldn't close the spring tap. So if anyone was observing that church of that night, they would have seen me there, bent over with a spring tap on my arsehole, with one church light on.
And a Dalek. So you went home that day, next day, yeah?
Well, I walked for another 4 hours because I thought I can do this. I couldn't do it. And I was in this orchard and I could hear dogs barking again, and there's just endless orchards, and you just feel like I'm not supposed to be in here.
You don't think Wales is that big, do you, Joe?
No.
You know what I realised about this journey?
Cool.
Is that legs are very inefficient. And there's a reason why we got horses. And there's a reason why we got cars.
So how expensive was the taxi home?
Back to Hereford. Well, thank Christ I found a B road. One of those long roads that connects stuff. I don't drive, so I don't know what I'm doing. And I found and I was checking on Google Maps for ages. I said, I can't do this. And I was checking on Google Maps for ages, and I looked at all the taxi places. I rang up these taxi places, and I said, hello, how much would it cost to get from this place called Moccas to Hereford? And they were like, I don't do taxis. Stop ringing me. And put the phone down on me. I said, taxi on Google Maps. And I rang another one. Same story. And then I rang this other taxi firm. It was 50 quid to get to Hereford Station. I was like, I'm willing to pay 300 quid to get to Hereford Station.
So you came home, and then you got the train from Hereford back home.
Yeah, I did.
Well,
and then went for Korean on the way home.
Well, what a pilgrimage!
Fucking hell!
Brilliant, isn't it?
That's
Absolutely brilliant.
The video of my journey is on my channel.
Brilliant. So do you think this sort of rains on the old Land's End to John O'Groats parade?
No, I'm not doing that.
Just one day was enough.
What are you going to do with all your stuff?
I'll do day trips with it. I'll go to like Blackpool Pleasure Beach or something.
Fuck me.
With a 100-litre water bladder strapped to your back.
We break in this wonderful Sloppy Joe's podcast to tell you about Wingfest Manchester. Oh, bloody hell, it's back. So not only have they got the amazing ones in London and Bristol, but they've been waiting to announce that Manchester 2024 is happening. The precise dates are Friday night, belting, Saturday and Sunday on the 20th, 21st and 22nd of September. The best chicken wings in the world, music, booze, loads of fun. Victoria Baths is the location. It's absolutely stunning, and you can get your tickets now. I'm going to be there every single day of the week. We're in talks with the Sloppers to try and get them on the DJ decks again. Wonderful. So get your tickets for Wingfest Manchester again Friday, Saturday, Sunday in September. Go into the link below, click the tickets, get them. See you there.
Oh, that's definitely 9 out of 10. Definitely. Oh, that is sensational! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 out of 10.
Should we round things up with a... well, I've got a 9 out of 10 club, but I think there's rumours we've already done it.
Well, go on, what's happened here then?
So Saturday night, I had a cheeky chicken wrap. A cheeky chicken wrap. Have you ever heard of a cheeky chicken wrap? What's up with you?
It reminded me about what you told me on the train. Can we talk about that?
What, my high blood pressure?
Yeah.
Got high blood pressure.
Drinking.
Yeah, probably is a lot of drinking.
No. From one alcoholic, probably another.
I'm not.
Do you drink every day?
I don't drink every day.
How many times do you drink a week?
Probably twice a week.
Oh, fuck off. No, you don't.
I do. You know me. I don't booze every day.
He doesn't drink
enough.
that often.
Don't you drink after personal training sessions?
Occasionally, does he?
Fair enough. I take it back then.
No, twice a day. But when I do drink a lot, and then I eat quite a bit. So
how much would you have on a drinking session? Would be a fair question.
Oh, too much. I'd say it's in the 12, 13 pints.
There's plenty in it.
It's going to give you high blood pressure.
Yeah. So I've been trying to cut my blood pressure back, but I had the cheeky chicken wrap. came before I knew my blood pressure was high, so I'm changing my ways now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but when I did order my cheeky chicken wrap, I had it with a drink that I wanted to bring in so we could all try it. But apparently the drink has already made its way into the 9 out of 10 club, but I'm confused because I don't remember it. And I can't even remember if, ladies and gentlemen, Iron Brew Extra. There you go, taste that, taste it, take it on.
I can't remember whether...
What's extra about it?
I brought it in after I'd been to Scotland.
But I don't...
And obviously you can get it in
makes
England.
sense, doesn't it, Ethan? You think he has brought it in?
Yeah, I don't know if we're gaslighting ourselves here. I mean, we're really at the 200th episode now. And you would have thought Iron Brew would have popped up. I remember you buying, Joe, a massive bottle of Iron Brew, a huge bottle of Iron Brew.
Oh yeah, I know what that was for. It was for a watch along on Stretford Paddock.
Was that not for initial 9 out of 10?
Do you remember was it Scotland?
Well, you know what?
No, we did.
Oh.
We did. I know what it was.
Yes, you're right.
That's why we'd be gaslighting.
Yes.
We watched the first game on Stretford Paddock, Scotland versus Germany.
Yes.
I brought in Iron Brew to keep us company.
You
There we
did.
go then. So
We
Iron
did.
Brew.
Well done.
Iron Brew.
Cheers,
Forget
Al.
the extra bit. Ethan's thick.
So extra, it's like a Pepsi Max extra.
Well, Ethan tried to bring in the. What happened to just buying a normal Iron Brew?
Well, I nipped to the shop just before I came in, and these were the only ones I had. I've also got a special Iron Brew that we could maybe try in a bit as well if you're interested.
That's a lot better than I used to think it was.
Iron Brew is 9 out of 10.
Iron
Thoughts and
Brew
feelings?
is one of those flavours, and I've noticed this recently. Do you know a lot of the major drinks, the biggest drinks, the greatest drinks,
The greatest
you would
drinks.
say, like half of them are a undiscernible flavour, which is mad because everything else you have is like strawberries and cream, lemon and whatever. Like obviously lemonade is lemon. Let's get that out of the way. Coca-Cola isn't a flavour. Dr. Pepper isn't a flavour. Iron Brew isn't a flavour. Like a lot of these big drinks aren't actually flavours.
They'd say
They're
this
just
is
like
orange flavour, wouldn't
they're
they?
just their own thing. No, it's not orange flavour. Iron Brew isn't. Lucasade's another one. Isn't a flavour.
Do you think they just put loads of stuff together until they go, actually, that's all right?
Well, let's look at the ingredients then. Which obviously this is a tricky one because this is the sugar-free version, so they're probably getting the flavour in other ways.
Yeah.
But it's water, acid, flavourings, including caffeine, quinine. Then there's sweeteners, colours. It doesn't. But it doesn't say what flavour.
Sunset yellow.
Sparkling, low-calorie flavoured soft drink.
May have an adverse effect on activity and attention in children.
Oh, God.
That's weird.
That was
That's a
funnily
weird
read.
thing to say. Where does it say that?
It does say that there, yeah.
With the ingredient Ponsu 4R.
Yeah.
Don't feed your
Bloody
children
hell. Does it
Ponsu.
gives you ADHD? Anyway, is Iron Brew brackets general,
Okay.
not extra?
So it's not just extra, it's diet.
Because I had a really nice sugary one on Saturday.
So
after
what
my
have you got in
cheeky
that bag
chicken
there?
wrap. Oh, well, we've got an Iron Brew, other flavour Ethan discovered on his journey, that you could also get wild berry slush, if you want to try that one.
We'll try that afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I thought it might be the regular one. I think Iron Brew's fantastic. And it was going to Ben Nevis and that with Lizzie last year that reignited my love for Iron Brew. Because I was much like you, where I just sort of thought it as like good but not great. Like it's okay, I don't need this in my life, I would never pick it. But I would pick Iron Brew these days. I've come back.
There's an
come back to
interesting
it.
bit where there's 3 parts of my taste. There's the initial taste, there's the swallow, but then there's a bit in the middle where it just gets a little bit, especially with this one, gets a little bit much on the tongue, fizzy-wise. Maybe it is just this one, though. Ethan?
Well, it's a funny one, Iron Brew, because I almost feel a little bit guilty if I did want to put in the 9 out of 10 club, because I don't know if it's one of the greats. I don't know if it's up there with the Coca-Cola, for example.
Mr. Pibbs.
Oh, God.
Ethan became addicted to a Dr. Pepper alternative called Mr. Pibb.
That sounds nice.
One real way.
I mean, the name itself is enough to get addicted to.
It is, isn't it? Pibb. You absolutely love
But
it.
Mr. Pibb.
When you say addicted, I mean, Stephen Howson took me to In-N-Out Burger, and I discovered the refillable drinks. I think I had 5 full large cups of...
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
You couldn't have had 5.
Oh,
You couldn't
God.
fit 5.
Oh, God, yes,
Close
I
to 3
could.
litres of Pibb.
Oh, God.
I want
Honestly.
some Pibb.
So getting jealous of his
Can
Pibb.
you call me Mr. Pibb?
No.
No, right. Is it 9 out of 10?
I think I think, didn't they describe the taste as like iron in the adverts? Is that right? It tastes like iron.
girders and all that used to be the thing, didn't it? Scottish girders and stuff.
I think this might be in my top 3 go-to fizzy pops.
Wow.
Although when you look at my last top 3 fizzy pops, I don't think it made it. But I think it could be. I think it's an 8 out of 10.
Oh, good call.
I worry that it's an 8 out of 10 as well, which is a fantastic,
it's a good score.
fantastic praise for Iron Brew. The problem I'm having at the minute, and I'm sorry to go on about this, but I'm having a real crisis of confidence when it comes to sody pops in the UK, because just soft drinks in general, actually, because it's almost impossible to get most soft drinks without sweeteners in. I don't like the taste of sweeteners. They have a really long-lasting aftertaste to them because they're too strong. So you're using the tiny amount of sweetener to flavour a massive amount of liquid, because sweeteners fundamentally are just way stronger than sugar.
Yeah.
Do you know, like, if you had a spoonful of sugar, you could eat that and sort of enjoy it almost, couldn't you?
A spoonful of the sweetener.
If you had one sweetener, have you ever eaten a sweetener raw by itself? Hell on earth.
It.
Horrible. Hell on earth. So fundamentally, you're over sweet. You know what I mean? It's like this chemically taste that lasts for ages, and like you can't get any squash. Do you know, like dilute squash in the UK anymore that doesn't have sweeteners in it? You can't just get sugar and water. It's even most of the non-diet soft drinks have got sweeteners in. Obviously, this does because it's extra, and I'm struggling with it. I don't like the taste of sweeteners.
Wow.
Do you think sweeteners are worse for you than sugar?
Well, all the reports say that they aren't. That they are actually really good. It's 0 calories. Most of them, there's been a few like reports of cancer in some of them, but I think most of it's nonsense. They're meant to be really good for you, or not really good for you, fine for you. Yeah. But I just don't like the taste of it, and that puts me off. And the fact that you can't, Coca-Cola, you can still get just sugar, Coca-Cola, regular full-fat Coke, but a lot of them, to avoid the sugar tax, even the non-diet ones have got sweeteners in, and I don't like that taste. So for me, it can't go in because it's not regular enough for me. But maybe the original one doesn't have sweeteners in, I'm not sure. But Iron Brew Extra is at 7.5 out of 10 for me. It's very good though.
Dom?
No, I've got something against Iron Brew. I don't like it.
What have you got against it?
It's like those little space saucers from when you were a kid. It's just things you wouldn't pick.
Yeah.
They were shit. They just taste... I like Space Invaders.
Yeah.
It is time for this fucking class feature. The top 3.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. The top 3.
Well, I think it's time for the top 3, and this week's top 3 is top 3 ice creams. And I'm including here ice pops in that.
Nice.
Basically, if you get it out of an ice cupboard, what they call freezer.
Yeah. If you had it over the last week, we had a heat wave in the UK over the last week.
Yes.
You were away for it, but it was a solid 24 degrees
Beautiful.
for a week.
It was hot in California as well,
I bet
let
it
me
was,
tell you.
but it was more than that. What temperature was it in California?
30 degrees exactly every moment of every day, basically.
Awful.
Yeah.
Right, so we're going to go. If you can get it to cool you down, it's a sort of treat, then it's in the list. And at number 3, I would love, please, yes, that's right, a standard Cornetto. The Cornetto is, for me, a beautiful treat.
Rough stuff, that 3.
No, it's not. Then at number 2 is Magnum did a Magnum Millionaire Shortcake treat.
Jesus Christ.
That is fucking like a rocket up your arse.
That sounds fantastic.
There's no ice cream in it, hardly, is it? It's just surrounded by
so good.
fat filling.
But in at number 1, there is no better iced lolly than the fruit pastel iced lolly.
Oh, the fruit pastel is good.
Multiple flavours.
The one problem with the fruit pastel lolly, say it with me, too much pineapple.
No, it's
because the central core is the yellow pineapple. It means you get more of that than anything else. The best flavour is green.
Yeah, no.
And that's the top one that goes
best
quickest.
Blackcurrant.
Even so, that's not. There's too much of the pineapple at the end.
No,
but it's a decent list. It's a decent list. Do you ever do it where you bite off each layer and pull it off like a little shot glass?
Yeah.
And you slide it off
nice,
almost.
That's
good to do. Dom, top 3 ice creams.
There's so many good ones. I'm going off child. The strawberry. What's it called? The strawberry thing that you get from the ice cream van. It's strawberry, and then it's got vanilla ice cream in the middle.
Strawberry split.
Yeah, strawberry split.
Amazing. Good choice.
Great shout. Is it a Mivvy? Strawberry split.
I have no idea.
What's a Mivvy?
I think Mivy's the brand.
I don't know. White Magnum.
Oh!
Wasn't that your short-lived porn name?
Mine definitely.
I wouldn't be able to get it up. And my first one, 10 points if you can remember the name, because I can't, and I loved it, but they got discontinued, and now they're just like bastardized versions of it now, is those triangle ones, those triangle ice lollies with the cola flavour.
Can I tell you something? I've got some good news for you, Dom.
They haven't come back. Don't
Two
lie
things.
to me.
I've got 2 bits of good news.
Look,
The first bit of good news in silence from Ethan.
I just remembered what you were talking
First bit
about.
of good news is they're called the Sun Lolly. And the second bit of good news is they sell them at Home Bargains. They still exist.
The
and you can still
Sun
get them.
Lolly, yeah,
Are they the same?
It's the same. They're the same.
The cola flavour.
They're fantastic. In the blue.
You just get scissors to cut them open.
Get scissors to cut them open.
and they were too hard to push up for
They're
ages.
incredible.
You'd actually dare to push them up.
What are those?
Yes.
Where? Home Bargains?
Home Bargains.
Right, anyway.
Ethan.
Oh, no, sorry, do you want to go?
No, Ethan. What were you going to say then? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Well,
Is it not a jubbly bubbly or jubbly jubbly?
I thought it was a Jubba Job.
Jubba Jub.
Jubbly still exist, but the Sun Lollies are the good ones.
We'll have to try them out. We'll have to give them the night.
Jubblies
next week.
aren't as good. But they've never gone away, Jubbly. Go on, Ethan.
Top 3 lollies or ice creams. 3 is the Fab.
Awful choice. Awful choice.
You've got a bit of chocolate,
I hate people like the Fab.
sprinkles, and ice cream, and
shit.
strawberry ice lolly.
One thing about
They're
the...
so shit.
Why?
The Fab. It annoys me.
They're horrible.
What with like chocolate weird hundreds of thousands on top?
The Fab is weird because you know the white bit. What the fuck is that?
No idea.
Ice
It's
cream.
not ice cream.
It is.
It's not. It's
not
like
ice
it's like
cream.
Just
gummy.
ice they
It's just
found
like
in the
white
street.
cream. Anyway, Ethan, go on.
In at number 2 is the green Calippo.
The green Calippo.
He just says some shit now just to wind us up.
I love the green Calippo. No chance your hands are going to get dirty or sticky.
I don't eat something. I don't rank something just because I'm going to be clean after eating.
I do all the time. When you're walking along the street and you've got something that's melting in your hand, you know it's going to be a disaster. Get a Calippo, you sort of take your time, son. You can even drink a bit when it takes a bit longer.
What's the green Calippo?
Lime.
Oh.
Or did you say apple?
No, it's lime.
Right, nice. Sorry. Go on, what's
Number 1.
In at number 1 is, and I think they've been discontinued, is the Jelly Baby Ice Lolly.
Ooh.
I do
never
remember
heard
that
of
one.
that.
Was there little bits of Jelly Baby inside the ice lolly?
So the ice lolly was like a large jelly baby of sorts, frozen, and the texture was almost jelly-like when you bit into it.
Nice.
So it was just, I've never had a texture like it, and oh god, I hope
Switch.
I hope
I
it might
might
be
go for a
around.
Mars or
That
Snickers.
sounds pretty good. The Snickers ice cream.
Snickers ice cream is
great.
fantastic.
Go on, what are you going to go for, Joe?
Number 3. Again, discontinued the Solero shots.
Oh, what a shout that is!
They were great.
It was like a little
Wow.
can, almost looked like a can.
Yeah.
And inside it was loads of tiny little balls.
Yeah, you used to
Yes!
neck them like that. They
They
were
were
great.
fantastic.
They were
But the
great.
problem, Joe,
They all
is when
stuck
they're
together.
stuck a little bit and you put your tongue in, you're gonna,
Oh shit!
and it gets cut, your tongue gets cut in the plastic,
But
doesn't
that
it?
was all part of the fun. When your mum's in the bank cashing her checks and that,
Yeah.
I'm in there with
Your
the
mum's
Solero
always
shots.
doing like,
Jobs.
Let's move on.
yeah.
What's number 2?
Number 2 for me is the mini mint Magnum.
The mini one.
Yes. Because
Why?
I think there's too much surface area to ice cream ratio on the large ones. I like more
Because
chocolate.
I had one of those the other day. I
Yeah, the mini
understand.
mint ones are fantastic, absolutely brilliant. And number 1 for me, it's the Cola Sun Lolly. Slice it open, get it on
Wow.
a cutting board with a little knife, slightly down the
They're
side,
all
push
right,
it up.
they're not
and
number
and
one.
here's the little trick as well, and you'll have done this. When you suck in on the top, but you suck on the top, then you take it out and flip it 180, put it back in, the bottom's all juicy
Juicy
and still
mushy.
full of cola and mushy, and then you drink the last bit at the end.
That's not. It's not.
I would have
number
loved
one.
you as a child.
I would have loved you as a child.
Anyway,
Yeah.
get your top 3 ice lollies / ice creams in. Thank you very much for watching Sloppy Joe's podcast. We'll see you soon, everyone.
Bye! Wave, Ethan.
Oh, see you later, ta-ra.